Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Riding Along with Dan. It's Friday, the Big F Day. That's right, folks, the Big F Day, payday, beginning of the weekend. It's going to be nice. And I'm going out tonight. That's even better. Going to the IWS annual Christmas party. And it's at a really nice country club. So, looking forward to that. Should be a good night out. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see what I'm seeing. And here we go. Alright, I just dumped out these 2 cans. We're on our way to the next stop. Day here in New Jersey. Clear blue sky, sun is shining. The only problem is somebody turned off the heat. Right now it's only 35 degrees, guys. 35 degrees in New Jersey. And this morning when I got to work, it was a lot colder than that. It was in the 20s. So it's not really going to warm up that much today, but you know what? As long as it's not raining or doing that other shit, I'm happy with that. Alright, we got that done. Moving on to our next stop. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Yesterday, I talked a little about YouTube and something new on there when I post a video. They call it that your subscribers or followers can actually hype the video, and that means by pressing that button, if you scroll on the bottom of the video that you like, you'll see a button that says hype. The only thing that does, it doesn't cost any money, it just gives me points towards that video. And what that means is the algorithm sees that I'm getting a lot of points from my subscribers, and it will push that video out there so other people can actually see what's going on my channel and subscribe and like my channel. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you. So it's just something new they're trying for, you know, everybody. The more points I get, the more they'll push out my videos. So if you want to help out in that, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day in Jersey. I'm on still working my second load. Right now it's 11:24 a.m. Good morning, good morning. Sorry to hear that you woke up with a headache. Maybe you could pop a couple of Tylenol. Maybe that would help make it go away. But welcome to the channel, man. Welcome back. How's everything else going besides the headache? Yeah, you can see for yourself. It's a beautiful day in Jersey. It's just a little cold, man. Yeah, it's only right now 38 degrees, so it's a little chilly outside. It was 26 degrees when I got to work this morning, so I really had to let the truck warm up a little little bit longer than usual. It's not good to run a truck with a cold engine, you know what I mean? Oh, it's raining there? That sucks. Yeah, we had rain the other day. We just had rain for one day, and now it's back to being cold. But that's all right, though. You know what? It's December. It's to be expected, my friend. You know, I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait for March or April. I could skip all these months, to be honest with you. Even though February is my birthday, let's just move right on to April. Hey everybody, welcome to Riding Along with Dan. What's going on, folks? Hope everybody's having a great Friday. The big F day, the big payday. So last week was a holiday work for me. So you do get paid quite a bit extra for working at holidays. So that always worked out good. One thing about this company I work for, they're a very good company. You know, they give you, first of all the clothes that I'm wearing. They give you, you know, your pants, your shorts, your vests, your winter jackets, the t-shirts, the gloves, you name it, hats. They provide you with everything, man. You don't even have to think about wearing your own clothes on the job. No, even the work boots they provide. The work boot truck comes to the yard, pick out your boots, they pay for them. I mean, you know, what other company does that? And as far as the benefits and the perks and the health insurance, everything is very good. You know, we got dental, we got eyeglass, we got medical. So when you get older, this is what you think about. When you're younger, all you care about is paycheck. Show me the money. Yeah, it's Friday. That's right, buddy. It's Friday. I love Friday. Yeah, so, you know, when you get older, you think about the benefits, the insurance, what it covers, what are you going to get, how much does it cover, you know what I mean? So, very important to have health benefits, that's for sure. And when you get in with a company that's, you know, unionized, that has a union, and, you know, you pay your union dues, and you get all the perks that go along with it. Now, IWS really, you know, gives you some great vacation time, sick days. You don't use any sick days throughout the year. They write you a check at the end of the year for all your unused sick days, which is pretty nice. And what else? Yeah, 401k, vacation time. You know, they actually give you a lot. They really do. We have a barbecue at the yard in the summertime. You know, I mean, they do a lot for the company. They really do. And it's a good company to work for. I definitely have no complaints whatsoever. Pretty much all their equipment is brand new. You know, this is what I'm driving right now. I got it brand new. It's a 2023 Peterbilt. We got all new Freightliner roll-offs. We got Peterbilt garbage trucks, Mack garbage trucks. We got a whole bunch of, you know, pretty new equipment. And maintenance is excellent. We got 4 or 5 mechanics in the shop. You have a problem, you write it up on your DBIR, you let them know what's going on, and done. Fix the next day if they have the parts, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like working here, not to mention the fact that it's close to home. I'm very lucky, thank God. I only drive 3 miles to work and 3 miles home. No highways, no tolls, no big amount of gas every week, so I'm very lucky in that respect. Alright guys, I just put up another one of my famous questions on my channel today on my live. I want you to tell me a word that sounds fake. Anybody got any words that you think they sound fake? It's a fake word. But yeah, I'm very lucky when it comes to the job. Don't have a lot of travel time at all. I've been nominated twice for Driver of the Year. I was not the overall winner, but to be nominated, it's quite an honor, believe me. But like I said, you know, not every company does what IWS does. They give you a lot, they offer you a lot. We got locations all over New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, so we're a very big, growing company. Every day we're getting bigger and bigger, more and more work, buying out more companies, so we do have a lot of work. Every day I'm at work, I could work 6 days a week if I wanted to, but I used to do that pretty much all my life, work 6 days. I just don't want to do it anymore. 5 days is pretty good for me, you know. I'm happy with that. But yeah, tonight we're going to go to the IWS Christmas party at the Westmount Country Club in New Jersey. I was there last year. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. The music is great. The food is absolutely excellent. And it's just a great night out. It really is. Next stop is right around the corner, right behind McDonald's. Alright, listen, let me see if I can get this lady to move her white car. Yeah, I had to ask the lady to move her car so I could make that turn. Oh, right, who we got here? Zero waste. Eat French fries on Friday. I'm going to get some from McDonald's. Really don't care for McDonald's. You know what? I like the French fries at Wendy's better. Yeah, Wendy's French fries I think are much better. I really do. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Riding Along with Dan. How's everybody doing? Yeah, when it comes to fast food, I prefer Wendy's. I don't like to eat it all the time. It's not the healthiest food for you. I like a lot of fruit. I like a lot of fruit, salad. Of course, when we go out to eat, that's different. You know, you have your lasagna, you have your potatoes and steak and shrimp, depending on what restaurant we go to. All right, the guys are here. Time to get busy. You want to throw out the pallet or no? Okay. Talking about food, I got hungry. I had to get some pizza. Pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza. Very cheap pizza too. What the hell is that? Unputdownable? That's a good one. I never heard that before. Unputdownable. What is that? That's unputdownable. This pizza is not that great. I told the guy before you put it in the oven, not too hot. It's fucking boiling. What the hell's wrong with people? They don't listen to me? But they want almost $8 for 2 slices of fucking pizza. Had better pizza. I think Domino's pizza is even better than this. You know, it's not that good. This place just opened up, to be honest with you. And the place that was there before that was another pizzeria, but their pizza was much better. I don't know what happened, but the guy closed up shop, and then these people took over. The pizza is really thin, and it's very chewy. 25 cents for a hamburger? Holy shit. That was cheap. But then again, back in the day, that was probably a lot. But today, 25 cents for a hamburger? I don't think you could buy a French fry for 25 cents today. Back in the day, my grandfather used to smoke. Back in the day, you could buy single cigarettes. You didn't have to buy the whole pack. You could pay per cigarette. Things were different back then. Things were a lot cheaper. Today, everything is out of control, man. Everything is money, money, money. Everything keeps going up. Everything is more and more expensive. People's car payments now are like, there's no more in the 300s car payments. They're like $400, $500, $600 a month for a freaking car payment. I'm glad I bought my truck when I did. That's the other thing. I don't know if it's living in New Jersey or what, but groceries went up, gas is up, your heat is up, your electricity went up, even your damn water bill went up. Honestly, my favorite pizza that we get from our pizzeria in town is a white pie with spinach. Wait, time's over. Time to put the seatbelt on and keep it moving. Let me just mark off on the tablet what I just did. And let's see here. All right. Turn the heat on, then I gotta turn it down. There's no in between. Either gets too hot or too cold. Didn't even stop, that guy. Did not even stop. cow. Cow does not sound like a real word. Yeah, I never thought of that. That's a good one too. Cow. Definitely does not sound like a real word. A real word. Got about 5 different buildings we got to pick up here. The first building is coming up on the right side. Let you guys know I'm taking off the last week in December and I'm going to North Carolina. North Carolina to visit family for a week. Yeah, my wife has got family down there, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Take a week off work, take a break. Camera. I hate pallets. Pallets suck. They don't pack. Container down the other end. Got 2 4-yard containers here. Hey Dan, I'm back. Sorry I had to make myself a cup of dark roast coffee. It's alright, man. I could use a cup of coffee myself. I don't really care for dark roast coffee. I could go for, regular French vanilla coffee or cappuccino. I like a cappuccino once in a while, you know? I'll probably have one tonight when we're out. Customer. Let me put my belt on. That dinging that you hear is because I didn't apply the parking brake. I got my foot on the brake. All right, next stop. Buckeye fan. What's going on, Dave the Buckeye fan? Collywobbles, meaning the unpleasant feeling in your stomach. Yeah, I hear you, man. That definitely is not a word. Doesn't sound like a real word. That's a good one, dude. That's very good. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, man. How you doing today? It's a little chilly here in New Jersey. I woke up this morning, it was 24 degrees. Now it warmed up to 39. You know what? It is December, so we're lucky that we have the weather that we're getting, you know. Could be worse. Orange. Yeah, that's another good one. Orange. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. sound real when you say orange. What the hell is orange? You know what I mean? Orange. I can't. You know what? I asked a question and I can't even think of it. And I probably know a whole bunch. Off work this week, but for you, man. Relax, enjoy, brother. I'm going to be off the last week in December. I'm going down to North Carolina to visit my wife's family. And hopefully in about 3 years, I'll be moving down there. Hopefully. You know, not that, you know, it's just that in New Jersey where I live, Burgundy, New Jersey, just everything is so goddamn expensive, man. Property taxes, car insurance, you name it, everything is up. So I want to look down in South Carolina or North Carolina for a nice home. I'm not pissing all my money away on property taxes. Right now I'm paying over $16,000 a year in property taxes, just property taxes. A friend of mine moved to South Carolina. His property taxes are under $2,000 a year. Can you believe that shit? I mean, I think that's crazy. Restaurant number 15. Now I got True World. Alright. The problem is up here in Jersey, you know, when you retire, like when I retire, I can't afford to live up here. The cost of living is too high. Way too high. Thank God my wife and I both work to help, you know, pay the bills and stuff like that, but still, even though my car is paid for, my wife's car is paid for, thank God, they're still putting out a lot of money. I mean, that money I'm putting out in taxes every year, I could have gone on 10 awesome vacations already for that money. go open up the dock door and take some of these containers off the dock. So I'll be right back. Oh, there you go. Your headache is gone. Tylenol usually does a good job, man. There you go. All right, I'll be right back. Loose papers right on top, which is pretty stupid. But you know they're all going to fall off. almost full. Do not have a lot of room left. Gurnik. What the hell does that even mean? Blood visions. Gurnik. Can you explain to me what that means? Gurnik. I never heard of that before. That's a new one. Sounds like a foreign language. Yeah, David Spencer, that's another good one, man. Man, you know what? I can't even think of one. But I want to know what Gurnik means. Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. F-A-U-X. Fox. Hey, what the fuck is that? What kind of word is that? Fox. F-A-U-X. You sound like you're saying fox, the animal fox. But I want to know, blood visions. Can you tell me what Gurnig means? What does that mean? I never heard of that before. That's a new one. Fox, I've heard of. Also the word faucet, right? That's another one. Pronounced faux, which means fake. There you go, man. You got it. That's good. I like that. Right. Is there a word that describes the sound made by the world being named, like sizzle? Yeah, I would think so, yes. I want to know what that other word means. What was that word? Gurnig. G-E-R-N-I-G. What the hell is that? Sounds like a German word. Gurnig. Gurnig. My name is Cardinal Gurnig. Beg your pardon, good evening. All right, let me mark that off the, I gotta get a bag off the roof, son of a gun. I gotta go, guys. Let me go get that off. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Thanks for tuning in to Riding Along with Dan. It's the name of the channel. And if you have time, you can go check out my videos, my music videos. And if you like what you see, you might hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Be good. And I will see you guys later, all right? All right, thank you, guys. Thanks for